Whew. Good morning. I'm tired. You guess. Yep. I'm out on my walk. So, real quick, I just want to talk about unforgiveness. So, there's sometimes in life, there's some things that people have done that have really impacted us. It could be from childhood, it could be something that just happened just yesterday. And we may have those feelings of resentment or unforgiveness because this person has done something to hurt us. Sorry, y'all. Okay. So, what happens when it comes to the mental health, it's almost like some people become so almost like fixated on whatever it was that caused the hurt. So in becoming fixated, it's like your thoughts can kind of become racing thoughts. You might even have a little anxiety. And, each situation is different because there are some things, even myself, that I am dealing with as an adult from my childhood. And I've had to give those things to God and ask Him to help me, because if you catch me just right at the wrong time, it'll trigger me. So, every day I have to release, whatever it was. God, I release this to you. This person did XYZ to me, and it's impacting me mentally, physically too. I don't even feel well. So God, I need to cast these things to you for you to work it out, because this is out of my control. Right? So then physically, I've had some times with unforgiveness. But the thing, I never hated the person. I guess like I had built up a form of like, I don't know if resentment is the word, but I kind of just would tolerate being around the person if I had to be. So I built that up, learning to tolerate, but I was very annoyed too. So in that, it started to impact me physically too, because when I would be around the person, or somehow the memory came up, I would immediately start to feel like stress, especially in my shoulders. Or sometimes I have developed little light headaches, those nagging headaches, the ones that you have and you could take a whole bottle of Tylenol and they don't go anywhere. Yeah, I've been there. So now I've been impacted mentally, physically. Now, let me throw in a little razzle-dazzle, because when we don't forgive, it also impacts us spiritually too. Because sometimes in my prayers, I was more focused on God, such and such did such and such and such and such to me. I don't like how it makes me feel. Instead of my prayer saying, God, this situation hurt me and it is impacting me. I'm not focusing in on reading my scripture and devotionals like I used to. I'm having conversation with you, but my conversation is more of a complaint about what has happened. Yeah, that's a real thing. I think I talked about it Saturday, about how complaining can just turn into so many other things. It makes it worse. So instead of complain, praise. And so that's kind of my encouragement, y'all. Sometimes we have to push through. Really push through. We have to move forward. You know, if we always look back about this person did this to me and that person did that to me, you're never going to make progress. You have to give those things to God for Him to help you. Now, I'm not saying that the commandment is for us to forgive, right? Some people expect you to forgive and forget. And I'm just going to be, to me, that's a little bit unrealistic. Now, the forgive part, yes, that is a command. You have to. Because at some point in time, you may have to ask someone for forgiveness yourself, and you want to be forgiven. But you can't mishandle me. And then when you get it together, you come to me and say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry I did such and such and such. I apologize. How can we move forward? In fact, you know what? I'm sorry. Let's go out to eat tomorrow night. No. I'm accept your apology. But I'm not going out to eat with you. And I don't mean that to sound rude or nasty, but gosh, I need time to process. You have mistreated me and mistreated me time after time after time. And just because you come to me today and say, please forgive me, does not mean that we're going to jump up and go out to eat and go to the nail salon. No. No. I accept your apology. We're going to move forward, because now you can move forward in your healing and I can move forward in my healing. That doesn't mean we're going to be healing together. Now, if someone else, your viewpoint on that is different, inbox me or call me so we can have a good, healthy dialogue on that. To me, that's what I take as forgive and forget. Yes, I forgive you. Thank you for that apology. Yeah, now I can move forward, and you can too. That's the forget to me. I done forgot all about it. I can move forward. I'm free. I don't have that bond, that chain over me, or a reminder that you did this thing to me. You know. So anyway, y'all, I hope that everyone has a good day. I hope you get the context of this message, because my context really is about forgiving. We have to, even though it might not feel good. You might think this person has done the worst thing to me ever. I can't forgive them. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can forgive them, because it's going to set you free. Your forgiveness for what they've done to you is not for them. It's for you. So that you can get free in other areas of your life. Because sometimes, you know, when you have certain bonds and chains holding you in certain areas of your life, it starts to impact other areas too. So yeah, forgive them. You never know. And I'm not trying to take up for people and their wrongdoing, because we all have done something. But some things you don't know how people were raised. Their actions to you, to them, may be normal, because they grew up in a dysfunctional environment. And in their dysfunction, they saw it so much that it's normal. So you don't know. You don't know. You just don't know. So yeah. So maybe in your prayers, if you're going through a tough time with forgiveness, just pray to God. Hey, God, Jane did such and such to me. And God, it really hurt me. And I'm going to need your help, God, to heal this area in my life that has impacted me, God, so I can move forward. And I forgive the person for what they did. Because, y'all, I'm telling you, that's how you're going to have to get free. There are some people now that, well, I'll say one particular person in my life that I have forgiven for years and years of mental, physical, emotional, psychological abuse. But I'm not even for sure if the person really understands what I'm saying. But the point is, I told them that I forgave them in order for me to move forward, because I had been carrying, I can't really explain the feeling, because I never hated the person. I can't really say I resented them either. I don't know if I just learned to just kind of tolerate being around them. I mean, it was just like years of just annoyance. I can't describe the feeling other than when I would see the person, I would just immediately become bothered, if that makes sense. But I had to do that in order to heal myself, because it was that hurt was starting to impact other areas of my life, because I started to develop this almost like a distrust of almost everybody, because I felt like everybody, I'm not gonna say I felt like everybody was out to get me, but I developed a sense of distrust. I really just didn't trust. I didn't. I mean, it was a handful of people, but for the most part, no, it really started impacting other relationships. And so, I could talk about it. I'm okay with it. I'm just sharing with you in case this is you. Sometimes people don't want to share lived experiences, but that's what helped me. When people started sharing their lived experiences with me, that's what really kind of helped me through a lot of situations. I thought, well, shoot, I thought I was the only one that, was going through things like this. Sometimes you're on the outside looking in, and it just seems like people they got it going on, and they really got it together. Oh, Lord, I was going up the stairs, not today. Let me let me stay on flat land. Girl, to cut right on through this grass. Can't do the stairs this morning, y'all. But anyway, sorry about that. Got a little off track. But yeah, just take it day by day. Those things that have you bound, things that people have done to hurt you, take it to God in prayer. I'm telling you, that's gonna be your first step. Cast that thing to Him, because if you like me, forgiving was not an easy thing for me. But now I've gotten better with forgiving, because if I do something, I want somebody to forgive me too. We all should want forgiveness the same way, we want it. We should also extend it too. So that's it, y'all. I'm about to wrap this walk up here in just a little bit. But yeah, y'all take care of yourselves. Peace and blessings until next time.